Hey guys, Ron here, and Pikachu has had it too good for too long. But seriously, Pikachu is one of the most recognizable fictional characters in the world, and it's kind of the perfect mascot for the franchise, so I took that as a challenge. I invited MrBonnyJohn, Tubz AZ, and the Thesterninator to see if we could create our own two-stage mascot Pokemon, as if we rewrote history so that Pikachu never existed. The point is to make something both cute and cool that could be marketed to children and adults, represent the games, anime, and merch, all while showcasing what Pokemon is all about. It's a tough job, so let's see if we can do it. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Fakemon videos like these, and please check out these amazing artists after the video, and consider supporting the channel on Patreon or becoming a YouTube member so that we can continue making these unique Fakemon videos. But before we begin, I gotta talk about today's sponsor, Milanote. Milanote is the perfect tool for organizing any creative project you're developing. It's the online canvas that'll help you plan, brainstorm, and even collaborate with others. I've actually used Milanote for every single video I made on this channel in the last year. It's definitely a contender for the best sponsor in this channel's history. So you need to check it out before your next creative project so you can make various boards and subboards to organize your references. You don't have to waste any more time downloading a bunch of files since Milanote allows you to drag and drop from anywhere you find your reference images, all while adding notes, arrows, charts, videos, audio, links, and more. You can even draw on top of your board so that every idea is made clear. Milanote has 100 built-in templates for any type of project you're dealing with, and the best part is that Milanote is free with no time limit. So sign up right now for a free Milanote account using the link in the description below. And to showcase how we actively use Milanote to create these videos, you'll see my guests and I use it to showcase the references we used for our mascot Fakemon in Milanote reference segments throughout the video. Okay, in this video, we hate Pikachu. Down with Pikachu.
Boo.
Yeah. False prophet. No more.
But also let's emulate him because we love him so much and we have to make something as good as him.
Of course, of course.
For the algorithm.
The problem really is that we kind of have the perfect mascot.
Yellow is such an attention-grabbing color.
Exactly. So like, okay, I guess it is time for the Milanote reference section because I do want to show you guys how I got to the conclusions of like the colors and the designs and the themes of my mascot. I guess I'm going first. I just realized that. The first conundrum that I had was, yeah, color is literally the most important thing, right? And yellow is taken, and yellow is like the most, it's the highlighter color. It pops out, right? Mm-hmm. We need to make it elemental, right? Because the point of a mascot is also for people to understand what Pokemon's all about, right? If it's like a ghost type or if it's like a bug type, it may confuse people like what this franchise is about, but if it's an element, they're like, oh, it's elemental animals, okay? So you basically have the primary colors that you have to go through, basically. Green is plant, which is, again, not elemental enough. I don't know, again, what you guys did, but for me, I thought like green may, again, confuse people. Like shooting plants isn't like a natural thing you think about when it comes to like powers, you know? Then there's red, but then like that's too literal, right? Like if you think of a red fire animal, it's like, okay, that's like a fire, it's too generic. And then I thought blue, which could actually be a lot of different types. Like we can have a water type, we can have fire type, we can have ice type, but then again, that may also be confusing because then it's hard to tell what element it is unless it just looks like a generic sea animal, you know? Mm-hmm. And I did think of bug. Like if we're trying to make what maybe like Game Freak would realistically do as a mascot, I thought, oh, what if in another world there was a bug one because Satoshi Tajiri loved, you know, collecting bugs, right? I was focused, I know a lot of people were probably thinking that I would take like inspiration from like video game mascots, but those are very diverse, right? Master Chief is not the same as Mario, right? You know, who's not the same as Pikachu. So it's like it's not really that helpful. Like Sonic is something that I was originally going to take inspiration from, but then it would just look too much like Sonic, like a cool blue guy. So instead, I took inspiration more from anime mascots. A lot of the cute ones that are also cool, and more specifically, I did end up taking a lot of inspiration from a lot of cat-like ones. That's a very popular, I mean, cat is probably the most popular animal in anime, I guess, if you think about it.
Absolutely. It's the animal that named itself.
Huh?
In ancient Egypt, they called them Mao, and it was essentially like, what are you?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sounds good.
It just so happens that when I was looking at all these cat-like creatures in anime, you have Happy, you got Kyubey, you got Luna, Catbug is not an anime, but you know what, like these creatures that have cat-like attributes, a lot of them actually like transform, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I think I want to make a Pokemon with forms. What's cool about Pikachu is like even in the anime, like he's so expressive, and there was like between like generation 3 and 4, he would like shift his face to mimic other animals, other Pokemon. Yeah. So stretchy and long. I think I want to do a stretchy protagonist, basically, just like Luffy. Ooh. So like cartoon, rubber hose, and just again stretchy superpowers. Here's the actual Pokemon. We got.
Ooh, I love it. good.
We got a Gleeman in the house.
He's gleaming.
I love the vague animal.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the number one thing I took inspiration from, because it's like Pikachu. Yeah, it's not a mouse, but it is. I did like an ermine, which is like an animal that nobody thinks about. Let me give you guys some ermines.
I was gonna say, is it a stoat?
Oh, thank
because
you.
that's
It is,
all.
it's,
yeah,
an
it's a
ermine is a
stoat.
stoat, is the same thing.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, it's so cute.
I could throw
Little
him
guy.
so far.
Very puntable.
oh, definitely. We have ermine Pokemon, Mianfu and Mianxiao, but like,
Oh, shit.
nobody thinks of them. I feel like it's okay. And I mean, we have multiple mouse Pokemon, so it's okay to have, you know, other Pokemon be the same animal. Gleeman has a lot of potential, you'll see soon, but like on its own, it's still like, I think perfect for like manga too, because it's like white, so it's like they barely have to like do anything. In the anime, he pops out against the environment, because when are they ever, they're rarely in like a snowy environment, so dude would always pop out, just like how Pikachu pops out. And again, like he's clearly a specific element because he's white like snow and has ice crystals on him, and he's a vague animal. But also, I think ermines are perfect for like an animal that has stretchy powers. So
Yeah, I can see that.
it's time to show you the different forms that dude has
Forms.
that are related to its snow body ability. So it does change form whenever there's some snow.
Oh.
Oh, these are fun.
That really does move him into like a anime pro tag. Like if Pikachu is able to do all this stuff, like you're waiting to see what the next form unlock is, or
Yeah!
make him truly so adaptable, like to all like the gym battles like this guy would be if he was with Ash.
Well, and it makes me think of like the Clefairy, who was like the manga kind of protagonist for a while, where it's like it was hyper expressive, like to the point where it would like stretch its body in weird ways, like this puff itself out. Even more so to the point that Pikachu does in the anime. But obviously, you still want to know who this character is, and yeah, you can see that here.
Not only does like each form like physically have a different, like, yeah, even like personality wise, each one is different. Like obviously one's attack form is more fierce, speed form is more like tricksy, and then defense form is more like lazy and like funny.
Big chill guy.
Even when it's not doing its form stuff, I think the point is that its body is made of literal snow, so it will constantly be stretching and being expressive in the anime. It'll be moving around. It could like, this may be too much, but like if you punch like a hole through it, I feel like, I feel like he's almost invulnerable, kind of like Luffy, or even like Mr.
T2000.
Fantastic, or I guess a little like yeah. You know how Pikachu is like invulnerable in the show? He's not invulnerable. He loses a lot, but like he's like the strongest Pokemon ever. I think it makes more sense when this dude is practically a legendary, has multiple forms, is made of something that would make it like invulnerable. He's basically hyper Pikachu. Like, you know, he's like everything Pikachu could have been.
More like makes sense if it's less of like a common creature to be like more of a special creature with extra stuff going on, rather than just a Route 1 electric type.
Exactly. Like people are like, I don't complain about it, but some people complain like, why is Pikachu so good when he's just like a weak Pokemon in the game?
Right.
This is more palatable because this is actually the final evolution. So,
Ooh!
dude has a Prevo that is going to be introduced in like Generation 2, just like Pichu, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Little baby.
I never even considered the fact that I could have a Priva.
Glee Mini.
Oh.
Just a little guy.
Like a little snowball, a little, like half of a snowman.
I will throw him so far.
Yeah, he's even more puntable.
This one's the most puntable.
That thing's gonna go far.
You'd have to be a monster to punt him, but like you
No,
said, like
don't
I
worry, he
can
loves
truly, yeah, it's a form of love, yeah. Because look, think about it, like I can really see him like being packed in like a snowball. He's like maybe a little more dense, but I could see so many cool opportunities with the animation team. You know, when he's like feeling kind of lazy, he melts down a little bit, or
Yeah.
the rubber hose is like has an explanation this time.
Exactly. So
Not that
it's
it
like-
even needed it.
It's a part of its body.
Well, it reminds me of like when Pichu was introduced. It was introduced as like, it's so small that when it uses electric attacks, it hurts itself, and it's like, oh, he's pathetic. And this feels very much the same, where it's like people throw these. These are little things that we throw at each other. Like
These are projectiles, not animals.
Well, that's all your fake fun, Tubs.
This is true.
That's the point where it's like I want them to lean into the cartoony tropes, like these embody cartoon tropes, so they can utilize them in animation and in the games. There are different like Pikachus, like there's like, you know, surfing Pikachu, there's Pikachu with all the different hats, and there's like, but those are like special things. This you can have like, we can even make more forms in the future. Like again, just like all these anime shonen protagonists, like he could unlock forms and stuff like that, and constantly have new forms, and it'll make total sense. What if he has like an ice form in the future that is like more, like even more like a weapon, like it looks like, you know, like a spear, or like
G-Max Snowman of like 17 snowballs piled on top of each other.
It's so simple, you could kind of take it wherever, and especially with its power set of being stretchy, it could just be whatever they need.
But then there is a bit more reference for the Millinote reference section. I love seeing like beta forms of Pokemon, and like sometimes they'll adapt a Pokemon from an existing beta Pokemon that's like a completely different Pokemon. So for example, what I basically did for both of these forms is that I took existing Fakemon that I made in the past. So for example, we have Burret, which was like an ice type Furred evolution that I made in the past that very much helped inspire Gleeman. And
the
then
coronavirus
bunny, because I technically didn't even give it a name or evolutions, or like I just yoinked it and made a final Gleemini. I personally did not, until I finished this concept and drew everything, I forgot that Chien-Pao exists, but that's fine.
I'm looking directly at it and I forget that Chien-Pao exists.
Which is crazy because he's
They're
the most
distinct.
popular of the four.
I like the goldfish.
I like the moose.
He is my favorite. Actually, no,
The moose is
Wo
good.
Chen is my favorite. The
I love
snail.
Wo Chen reaction. I love
Yeah.
it.
So hilarious. But I'm a big Ting-Lu defender though. I love the moose. Some people, that's like the least favorite of people's.
No,
but
Moose is
Oh,
so cool.
Ting-Lu is
They're all
awesome.
good. They're just all
Oh,
so
well,
good.
Ting-Lu
I
people?
wouldn't say they're all good. There is a snail that none of us have brought up.
I don't like the
I
snail.
brought this, that was
I
Wo Chen.
like
the
We were
brought
talking
up
about
the
Wo
goat.
Chen. Yeah, that's my favorite, dude.
Hop off the snail.
Here's like, I guess the actual beta design. Like for like an hour, he was looking like this.
Oh yeah, the previous head feels more Pikachu. Actually.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
realize how Pikachu it was until I'm like, no, why'd I give it a chin? Like I should remove the chin.
No, I mean, it just goes to show you how powerful Pikachu is, that like the subconscious is like, let's make a mascot, and he like seeps his way in.
I mean, hopefully the audience likes it enough for it to be like featured more in the channel somehow. Because again, like I purposely also gave its ice a little bit of green so that like, what if?
I was gonna ask you, you self-indulgent man.
I mean, it's a good green because like if it was just blue, it'd be
It's great.
again a
It's
little bit
minty.
generic. But this is now
True
it's a
green.
little, it's a little different from the
It
other
has
ice types.
more of a unique color palette.
And I mean, there
Yeah.
are like icebergs, like green icebergs. If you look at them, like
That's where they get Listerine from. They just shade it off.
This is true. This is true.
I've
and that's
been
why
there.
it burns. It's the frozen
I saw it.
animals inside.
the ears are technically like wing-like, almost like a Valkyrie. So like it's like a snow association to like a myth.
I mean, it helps it even ground towards the more quote-unquote legendary feel or special feel. It's got,
Yeah.
and like truly, like you said, like how many anime mascots have like wing ears or some sort of wing?
And dude can like again become very very long. So I think it would be funny if like he mimics like a Dragonair at one point in the anime. Like hop on, but he can't actually fly. So it's like,
Oh, I can picture people like holding onto its back and him like struggling so hard to flap his little ears.
You can pull so many good bits with it, like when Jake got all stretched out in Adventure Time.
amazing. Glad you loved him.
Great.
The creature.
Yeah.
I have creatures for you.
Then Stern, how
Whip
about
out
you
that
show me some
creature.
street? Yeah, whip that creature out.
Hey, oh.
I would like to leave. I feel unsafe.
It's a weird way to segue into the Millinote reference segment.
I agree with Ron. Yellow is such a key and defining color for any mascot. I mean, if we look at Pokemon's lateral
yeah.
movement there of Digimon, you have Agumon, yellow, you have Bumblebee with Transformers, you even have Metabee with Metabot, and of course
Love him.
everyone knows Dark Magician, all coming across in this yellow color.
Wait, what?
What?
So
that's not real.
This is true.
I started looking at what is a good secondary, something that would be iconic. Well, I looked at the Pokemon logo, which is yellow and blue, and thought that could kind of work. I mean, like you said, we see that with Sonic. We see that with Blue Eyes White Dragon. We see that with Vmon, the counterpart to Agumon, and probably the best Digimon version. You also see it when they kind of tried to reboot Transformers with
Who is that?
Mirage. That's Mirage, voiced by Pete Davidson.
Everyone's favorite character, Mirage.
He's from Staten Island.
He's from Staten Island.
Staten Island.
So we have all these characters who are blue, and I thought blue is a really good spot to go, but I started looking at things a little bit differently. Obviously, Pokemon fans have skewed a little bit older than kind of what we saw in the early days. I mean, it's one of the reasons that Pal World is kind of seeing itself as a competitor to Pokemon. It's, hey, what if we made everything a little bit more edgy, right? Pikachu is iconic, but if we're going to keep something from Pikachu that maintains that iconic look, then obviously, in my opinion, It would be the tail. You look at the tail.
Oh.
That's all you need. Pokemon Presents has the tail. You look at all that.
True.
But how do we retranslate this? So that's where I came up with Kamu.
Ayo!
Oh, that's cute.
And Kamu actually translates directly from Japanese as bite or small
kamu?
bite, a nibble, if you will. Much like Pikachu translates to, the sound that electricity makes and the sound that mouse makes. This is direct translation of Japanese. I went with dragon type.
It's crazy that I didn't even consider like just Charizard is the most popular Pokemon, basically.
Yeah.
So like, why didn't I think like Dragon makes total sense? Like this could be a Charmander, basically.
Yeah. So I went in with a dragon normal type with that idea of aspiration and the idea of the potential that a character has to become something grander, has the competitive ability, and is very much by size comparison friend-sized. And so you can see too, I kind of kept the tail shape with the little scarf that this character has.
Absolutely.
Kind of looking at like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
That's what I was thinking. Like hero, he looks like a hero. I mean, it also has like the shape of like a snake tongue, but also like a wing.
I was thinking that too.
So I picture in an anime setting, this guy really only existing for season 1. When you're meeting the characters, getting your feet off the ground. That's when he evolves into this fine gentleman here.
Fine gentleman, yes.
Oh,
he is really cool.
distinguished.
Yeah.
And this is who we stick with for the remainder of the anime, is this much cooler type of character. I wanted to bring
a much
in
cooler type character. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to bring in some of those Greninja vibes. I also looked at my favorite shiny Pokemon, which is it's Sceptile.
That is a good
shiny.
shiny, yeah.
Sceptile is phenomenal. So I brought in some colors like that. That scarf, it's hard to see in the angle that he's in now, but that scarf does turn into 2 with the idea of wings, but still looking like a protagonist scarf, almost like the wandering hero type of look. Unarayu is actually eel dragon, so he is eel-like. Goes from being the small bite Pokemon to the big bite Pokemon, and I wanted the shiny to change drastically here, because I always love the idea of kind of like the Gary Oak, the guy who's doing things just a little bit better. So whereas your character or the primary character has an Unarayu, the enemy has, or the adversary has a shiny Unarayu, which is now this dark color. So feels like a bad guy.
Give me like, what if an alternate world where like Feraligatr was the mascot?
Yeah, that's kind of how the vibe I was getting, especially with the bite element.
That's not an alternate world. That's the world I live in.
Dude played a lot of Legends of the
my world.
I was mostly happy with it. And this is where I cheated.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
You said make a form and an evolution, and I did that, but you didn't say anything about like megas.
You're right.
Ooh,
That's allowed.
You're right.
I mean, I did forms.
Yeah. Which I was very happy about. He's like, here's your forms. I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, that's so
That's cool. That's cool.
Whose body now, as the scarf expands and moves, the body now looks much more like a turbine.
Yeah!
Oh, that's sick.
Even the nice pattern on the turbine is very nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
the little
thank you.
scale pattern.
Yeah,
It's
scale.
so
Yeah, I
nice.
like it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like the whole time you're looking at these previous designs and you're like, I want to see it like fly or have more flying motif.
Well, I looked at the idea of, again, another Pokemon who shares a lot of the same colors is like Salamence, and the story that goes with Bagon. Oh, it looks towards the sky and wishes it could fly. And I think about this Pokemon as being very much a Pokemon of aspiration, a Pokemon designed of becoming a hero, but still having that want. And so as the scarf grows, you do think like, man, it feels like there should be a little bit more here. And with the Mega, you fully get that idea. The scarf becomes these wings, which, hey, comments, look, he's in the shape of an X.
And a Y.
Always a fan when they add black accents to megas. That's what you gotta do always. So I'm glad you did
Yeah.
that. I think the black accent is the reason why Milotic is so pretty now that I think of it, and this is literally
yeah.
Milotic's color scheme. That's why the whole time I'm like, this is so pretty too. Like, and that's what you want in like a mascot, where it can be all these different things. It's cool, cute, and pretty.
Well, and I will say too, when you hear people say, oh, it looks a lot like this, it's always like, damn. But when you hear like 5 different things that it looks like, you're like, okay, cool, now we're into the success realm.
It already feels nostalgic.
Yeah, I want him to be real.
Very.
Oh, I just realized, I'm looking at the face right now. Dude is a Sceptile. I'm like, that's why I like his face so much. Like, he looks like a friend.
He reminds me of someone I love.
He could have his own spin-off game.
He can spin himself.
That's true.
This is true.
it's fun to speculate how completely different the franchises would be based on each, mascot that we're presenting. Because they are so different. Like, I think that we would just be doing completely different things in terms of marketing.
Well, I do feel like it's like, Pikachu is the fan favorite in early gens because he's small and he's cute. But you slowly see that transition to, like, Charizard is the favorite, Lucario is the favorite, Greninja is the favorite. And it's like, we're very clearly moving into a different era of what people are what the majority of people are looking for in Pokemon. And it's like, Gardevoir is my favorite. And it's like, yeah, no, we know.
I know.
I love Lopunny. Okay.
Let's see if some of you guys take inspiration for, like, Eevee, for example. Nobody's favorite Pokemon is Pikachu, but, like, Eevee very much is now the secondary mascot, and a lot of people's favorite Pokemon is Eevee.
Or an evolution, at least.
Eevee promises you so many options. So
it's like, I like all the evolutions, so I always have to have an Eevee, and now I like it.
Tubz. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got my creature here to share.
Hope he's not scary.
My main inspiration was definitely going more the Pikachu route with like Pikachu and Raichu. Here's those if you guys never seen them before. Yeah, I know it's a really interesting, weird, like little less known.
And which is the one on the right?
That one is, I believe, Pikachu.
Oh, okay.
Bright colors, simple design, very noticeable. And I was thinking like along the lines of other Pokemon that Game Freak really pushes, Zoroark and Lucario. But like they never really push Riolu and Zorua,
which are awesome.
Poor Raichu. A moment of silence for Raichu. Always forgotten. Got 2 Mega Pikachus instead of Mega Raichu. But like that's what I was thought. What if we bring like both of those aspects, like the really cool aspect and like the cute and marketable aspect, and make them into like one mon?
They exist so you can get to the second form.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like the cool part about them is they're cute, but they evolve is the cool part.
Yeah, of course. They're big.
You were talking about like marketable animals before. Cat definitely crossed my mind, but I was thinking back on Pikachu and I'm like, I think having a rat as your like main creature, that's a little bit more. It's a marketable animal, but it's not exactly what you would immediately think.
I mean, the 2 most marketable fictional animals are rats or mouse.
I mean, this is true, but they're unique because like there's not like a lot of, like you said, most things use cats, and they're going for like mouses and rats, and like that's a more unique, like they're so cute, but it's not what immediately jumps out as marketable to me. So I bring you the humble armadillo.
He is humble.
Very humble, yeah.
We love the armadillo. It's got a great character design, very fun shapes. Really strong safe language on this creature, very much.
Ball.
Going from there with like the ball, and like I was just thinking about like I took a different aspect from how everyone else kind of went with like making the mascot. I thought of what did I think was cool when I was a kid. It was cool round creatures that roll up into balls. See the follow.
That's true.
Yeah.
I thought this was
We got
going to
some
be
Cannonball, we got some Bakugan, we got
Bakugan
Droidekas.
and Droidekas. Those are the coolest creatures.
I mean, technically, the Pokeball is the mascot as well. I mean,
That is very true.
That's so
I'm glad you brought that up.
oh,
Because if the Pokeball is like the icon other than Pikachu, it's a Pokeball. Why shouldn't our mascot resemble it? So I give you the humble Arumaru.
oh,
that's
Whoa.
so cute.
This is a ball.
Ball.
Oh, and he even has the red cheeks.
Yeah, that's what you brought up. Pikachu's unavoidable. I'm like, it needs something. I gave it the red cheeks. I'm like, his influence can be felt everywhere.
And
Same thing with the red stripes on the belly. That's Pikachu.
Yeah. But what's crazy is that like you took those aspects, but you like they're subtle. Like I wouldn't say they mimic Pikachu's like red cheeks and stripes. They're like very original versions of those.
Yeah.
I try to like take them and then bring them in a different. Like the cheeks are a lot larger.
Even the
It's
tail.
not even as much cheeks as it is like a patch on the side, and then the tail being like a fun little shape, like a little lightning bolt. Even though it's just the normal type, it just brings up a little fun thing to break to its very round silhouette.
I would say I love that the shiny is like a Cherish Ball.
Pokeball forms. Just give out different Pokeball forms of Arumaru.
That's true.
Along with that, sorry, I'm trying to capture my thoughts right now.
No problem. You're excited about Arumaru.
Yeah,
I am too. This is awesome.
My little creature, my beloved son. The other thing I wanted to get across was like that kind of protagonist energy a little bit. So it is a little bit inspired by like Red, like Trainer Red.
Oh yeah,
Like-
the hat. I was gonna say he looks like he has a hat, but like I wanted to know what the
Yeah,
function was.
It's a hat.
Luffy,
The button
yeah.
is a hat that comes down whenever it pokes its head out. It rolls up to be at the brim.
That's cute.
And then
That's
it's
so smart.
its back, big backpack, because it's a little adventurer.
Oh!
That's why it has the little hooks under its arms.
That makes it like 3 times better. Whoa, I get it now.
I think it accomplishes what Pikachu failed at. Where it's like, you know, if I'm
Stern
playing
words.
If I'm playing, that's me. If I'm playing like in Galar or Paldea and I come across a Pikachu, I'm like, okay, great.
This guy
Like,
again.
I'll catch it to have it, and it'll live in my PC, and it'll die there. But this one feels like any region that I was in, any game that I'm in, I come across, I'm like, welcome to the team, bud. Whether you want to or not.
I've not had a visceral reaction to a design in a while. Like, it really feels
He's been
like
jaded.
No, but like Stern did a really cool thing where it felt like the counterpart to the trainer as a Pokemon. This kind of feels like a Pokemon emulating the trainer, and like that that's endearing in its own little way. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I want you to see the world with me, little guy. Like, let's both put on our hats and backpacks and go. Like, you're already geared up. Let me get my stuff and let's go.
It was like like a mirror to the protagonist, where it's like it's got like high energy. It rolls around. It makes into the logo of the game, and it's got that bright color palette, striking color palette.
I could totally see commercials playing on TV in the 90s of like Red or Ash being like, let's go on an adventure, Oromaru, and then Oromaru's like, yeah, and then like, you know, tune in on Tuesday at 8 to see what Oromaru and Ash, you know, get up to next. Like,
You know who has this guy on his team?
Yes, that's a ball guy's ace.
Yeah.
the protagonist, yeah.
Well, maybe
The main
maybe
character,
not.
yeah.
Well, like you look at him and you're like, yeah, he's cool. I just wish he was bigger and like a little cooler.
Yeah, I want
So I give you Gairu-Maru.
Hey, yo!
Oh, this guy's on my team.
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, yeah.
Cool creature that rolls up into a ball and looks. That has a good vibe to him.
This is the
So
only one
cool,
so
dude.
far where you kind of leaned into starter Pokemon. Like, I love starter Pokemon. Those are my favorites in each, decks usually. And this would be that for me.
It has the vibe you'd be able to get it almost every game early on in the game, and like that's why it's just simple normal type. It's just a fun creature to throw on your team.
I'd love to see in the anime, like the guy, like it has like the, like some Pokemon like Psyduck, where it's like, oh, he comes out randomly. I guess he's fighting now.
Yeah, Gairu-Maru comes out and it somehow clutches the fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to rag on Digimon because it seems like you guys aren't fans of them, but like that's what I love about Pokemon, where it's like even the most fiercest Pokemon look like you can just chill on the couch with them, and that's what I love about this guy.
And then I thought I'd just throw up some of my early sketches because I had a fairly clear idea from
Please
the
do.
beginning of what I wanted it to look
Oh
like.
yeah.
I was just drawing it from the side, trying to figure out how the shell would work.
I love that your little note in the corner there conveys exactly what I feel, which is you just wrote yes.
I just drew it and I felt like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. That's the stuff right there.
There it is,
Dude,
baby.
Dude, and then in this version of the world, everyone would be like, Bakugan stole from Oromaru. Oh my gosh. Pokemon ripoff. Dude, I'm blown away by the cap lid because I can see the mechanism like in animation right now. If I close my head, I can see it tuck in.
True.
And like the flap comes down.
I
That's
guess
exactly like what I was thinking of with it. It's just whenever it's rolled up, it could poke its head out still to emote sometimes, or like just for comedy, poke its head out when it's all rolled up, just as a fun little feature.
a creature feature. This is an alternate world where if Pokemon wasn't originally a video game but was just made to also sell like figures, just like Transformers.
And Pokeball mimics and mimic Pokemon are one of my favorite parts of the franchise. So this hits a very soft spot for me. This is the second armadillo that I've seen in my life that has made me shed a tear.
What was the first?
The first one was I went to a zoo and they had an armadillo and a porcupine in the same enclosure, and I was crying. They're perfect friends.
That's so cute.
Why did
Perfect
I
combo.
hear that story before? Did you say that in a previous video or in the podcast or what?
I try to say it at least once a video.
Honestly valid.
Good.
I get into the zoo for free, so it's the least I could do for them.
I gotta go after that?
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Sucks. But I do love, again, how each one is completely different and different type, different aspect of the franchise. So I'm looking forward to Bonnie capping that off.
So, looking at the mascots, right? Obviously, we have to kind of start at the top, right? Generation 1. Like our audience already knows, but we've had like pseudo mascots to some degree. Like Clefairy was meant to be a mascot and like starred in the manga and whatnot. Poliwhirl was like a potential option, like in a lot of the key art early on. And then of course Charizard also is a pseudo mascot, whether you like him or not. This was another fun thing to look at where I'm like, can I lean into the first of their kind as far as Pokemon, you know, lore or otherwise, right? Like Bulbasaur is the first in the Dex. You've got Mew as the like ancestor to all, Arceus as like the true first ever, and then like Rhydon is considered to be the first ever that they sorted out, and that's why there's like a whole bunch of fun little callbacks to Rhydon throughout. So much so that I knew what I was going to do early on. I had done a video with you, Ron, recently, in which we looked at some scary Pokemon, but I put a little teaser for what I wanted to build on. And I wanted to take this time right now to shout out one of your viewers, D. Walker, saying, anyone seen the walls in Bonnie's crime scene saying, I'll find you or get you soon. In specific, I wrote, see you soon. And I was hoping someone would notice.
Right next to the statue.
And one dude did. And so I teased as far as back then what I was going to do, as in see you soon. In particular, there's something on that column that we've seen. It is, and I thought to myself, this could be a fun avenue to start building a mascot, giving the gym statues some sort of potential lore or feedback. There is a design language that's very unique, not just to Gen 1, but something that's like built over time. And that's that ambiguous monster design.
Yes. Saurian
in nature, spikes, thick, an entity that...
Nothing.
Oh, sorry. An entity that just feels truly in its own vein of design. My direction was to create an actual pocket monster.
Wow.
A kaiju of some level that could hold up the mantle as far as iconography for the franchise. So, Tubz, you were a really great person to go before me, because I too had the idea of building off of the Pokeball, and a very iconic symbol of the franchise. And what better to lean that into the mascot just the way you did? Meet Pakeg. Pokemon.
Oh, just a little guy.
I'm glad you went with this art style.
Guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to emulate that Gen 1. This is a world where, I don't know, there would still be 151. Somebody got booted out for Pakeg.
We all know who it was.
We all know who it was. You can say it in the comments, but we obviously all know who it was.
We all know who it was.
Yeah, we're all in agreement.
Come on, absolutely. It's got like turtle-like features. Like, I kind of registered some bug stuff like while I was drawing. Like the belly felt like a bug carapace kind of thing. You've got like that iconic Pokemon Digit with the nail, the traditional horn,
sharp ears.
Yeah.
And just like Stern, I wanted to tell a story in evolution. So here we've got a very meek, small, roly-poly kind of guy who's probably living a rough and tumble life, literally, probably getting kicked around, but, can still roll and get back up. I present my take for the mascot of Pokemon, evolving from Pakeg.
Whole of Pokemon.
Is... Mongon! The jubilant Pokemon.
I was not expecting that face.
A chunky boy. And this is a world where obviously you've had like Fairy involved, otherwise, like it would make sense. But Fairy felt like such a fun typing for me. Like I was thinking earlier when you were saying, Ron, with the Elemental as like the mascot, that made a lot of sense. But for me, Rock felt so unassuming, where you could see these guys and whether or not he's legendary or not, like the stats aren't anything crazy. But I wanted to make a guy who was just very hardy. And then I leaned into a fairy type because that felt so quintessential mascot to me, like leaning into that anime mascot vibe. Right? They're all very fairy-like in nature. Here's a rock fairy who's so jubilant, so excited to literally and figuratively break out of his shell. The nature of the statue, I didn't need to necessarily tie it in lore-wise. You could say, oh, the first ever trainer in Kanto won the gym challenge with, his Mongon.
I like that. That's the lore. It's officially
That's the
lore.
lore now. Yeah, it's official lore.
It's canon.
Pokegg, Mongon. I even wanted the names to have like Pocket Monster built into it with the Pokeball aesthetic.
I know that this was like technically intentional, but I don't know if this is literally intentional. But like, it has all three. It's a combination of all three of the Gen 1 first Pokemon. It's Bulbasaur, Rhydon, and Mew.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it wasn't necessarily intentional, but like, without a doubt, like if you look at its face, like you will be scrunching your eyes, like trying to see Venusaur, Rhydon,
Clefairy,
Nidoking. Like you could see that DNA, like all
Dragonite
mixed up into this guy.
even Squirtle in the body. That's what I always thought. That statue, and again, like all the Kaijumon are Gen 1 personified, and this one is that's the purpose of this. This is Gen 1 as a Pokemon.
Yeah, like just flapping around, representing like that hero energy.
I mean, it's a fairy type. It makes sense for it to have
small-
little wings, but like I've never seen like a dragon wing be a fairy wing at the same time. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but Dazzling Gleam signature move, like this guy, you know, would still dish
All the
out-
other fairy types, they can't use Dazzle Gleam anymore. It's his signature move now.
No, it's not.
That's stolen away.
It belongs to this boy.
I'm never gonna get Sylveon now.
Over here in the concept art, I
Hey!
was jumping around a lot of, especially on the left side, like just trying to, do I start with a statue and it breaks out of the statue? Was much of my direction initially. Like the statuesque element it's frozen in fear and it's like safe inside its shell, and you're as a trainer helping him break out of his figurative and literal shell. And so there's this kind of like feeling of like, oh, I did this. Like Mongon is, you know, like the result of my care for my friend. He, you know, is like fully expressing himself.
So I love just in any form of media that has gone on for a long time, when something is introduced but it's always been there, and like you can he's always been there in the background, or like he was foreshadowed, and like like this is exactly what it feels like.
It's fun to have it like recontextualized.
Yeah,
Exactly. That there's just, like I said, a lot of that context is already done. Like the heavy lifting is there, and then we get to like fill the gaps with our creativity.
That's the Pokemon.
you know what's funny?
That's Mr. John J. Pokemon himself. You know, like
That's the one that my grandma was always talking about. That's Pokemon.
yeah, that's literally
That's hilarious. That's what I was
Pokemon.
gonna say. That I was thinking that where it's like, yeah, this is Pokemon. That's what he is. He's Pokemon. That's him.
That's him. Yeah, exactly. Like Time Magazine, like Pikachu would be gone. Like you would have Mongon there.
Put him on the cover.
Yeah, put Mongon on the cover and vote him president.
Zoran Mangani.
I have a duck fact.
No,
No, it's okay. You can keep that.
let's not do those.
It's fun seeing how everyone came at it from a different angle.
Right. Even Tubz and I, we had a similar angle, yet our mons were so different from each other.
And then Ron and I were like, hey, here's the thought process. And we had the same thought process for a good portion of it. And then we were like, okay, and I'm going to go this way. It's like, okay, and I'm going to go this way.
What's funny that we both, I kind of was gonna go blue, but last minute I'm like, no, I want it to be green.
You had me. You had me when you're talking about it. You're like, yellow's not. I was like, this is the exact spiel that I had planned out.
This is such a monumental video. Technically, like this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and we're just ending it like nonchalantly, like where it's like, oh, wait,
All right, bye.
End it with the Discord disconnect sound.
Oh, that would be so perfect.
guys.
This truly has been a green 7.